Show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Detroit Pistons out at the Palace of Auburn Hills. Well, for Detroit, this is a big game coming up for them. They've dropped their first 2 games, and the last thing they want to do is open the season 0-3. That is not the way to tip things off. And guys, we'll get to see Freak play in this one. He was one of the bigger names in college, jumped to the NBA after 1 year. Shaq, you left early as well. How hard of a decision was it to leave school?
Well, it's never an easy decision. Each person has different reasons why they want to leave, financial responsibility, just getting tired. In my case, the Hack and Shaq was created. I was getting beat up too much, and I heard my main man, Dick Vitale, say if Shaq leaves, he'll be the #1 pick. So I didn't want to go back, get hurt, and possibly drop.
Yeah, because you could have been #2 if you stayed a year, I'll tell you. But, you know, this guy, Freak, because if you would have played in that era with Freak, I don't know, Shaq. This guy, you know, he left school early, but he is something unique, different. But I thought bringing his skills to the NBA was big because that helps refine your game a little bit. He's ready. This guy was ready, Shaq.
I have an announcement. You know why he plays so well?
Why?
I'm his father.
Dun, 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 dun.
Love you, son. Congratulations.
That's one of the warmest and fuzziest stories I've heard all season long.
Way to keep up with him his whole life.
I've been working.
Let's go to Kevin Harlan. They're ready for the tip. I've been working.
Coming to you live on 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Detroit Pistons preparing with an almost entire new group here. Pachulia, he's checked in for Drummond. Johnson comes in for Ilyasova. Jackson, he's checked in for Meeks. And it's Jennings in for Campbell. Setting the floor for the Hornets. Freak, he's in at point guard. Kaminsky out there with Cody Zeller. Then there's Hairston. And it's Batum in at the 3. Jennings passes to Pachulia. And stolen by Zeller. Now here's Freak, guarded closely. Batum dishes to Freak. Charlotte no good that time either.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
The 17-footer. That's good on the jump shot. Freak's got his first points of the night. Pistons leading by 8. Outside Jennings. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first quarter. Three-pointer. They get the rebound. Pachulia, good.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
Here's Freak. Bangs home the trifecta. Freak's got 5.
Kevin, he didn't hesitate that time. The D gave him a step, and he just pulled up and drained the 3.
Johnson the screen. Jennings kicks to Johnson. He used that pick to get in close. Johnson's got his first points of the game.
Boy, you got to love that nice assist by Jennings.
Dishes it to Hairston. Off target from three-point range. The Pistons leading. Morris kicks to Jennings. Johnson sets the screen for Jackson. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Zeller grabs the board.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Jennings wide open. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jennings.
Spencer Hawes.
Freak with it. And released it in time, but it...
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the powers. Let's give it up.
And Jeremy Lin, a player who's come a long way in his time in this league from going in...
I wasn't sure, if my career would ever...
Well, on a game filled with some pretty big egos. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Pachulia, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Johnson comes in for Ilyasova. Marcus Morris is checked in for Meeks. And it's Jennings in for Jackson. Setting the floor for the Hornets. Freak, he's in at the point. Batuma's out there with Cody Zeller. Then it's Kaminsky, and it's Hairston in at the 2 spot. Pachulia the pass to Johnson. That one goes. Count it.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Here's Freak. That's a good shot, and now he's 3 for 7. Detroit leading by 6. Jennings with the ball. Out defended by Freak. The drive by Jennings. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5. 1:56 left here in the second. Lets it fly from 18. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
That's a shot he shouldn't be afraid to take more often.
Johnson the screen. Outside Jennings. Passes to Campbell. The tray. The shot's good on the assist by Jennings. He has 7.
Boy, a nice display of passing out there, guys. I mean, 7 of their last 10 points assisted on.
And a great way to break down the defense. Spread the floor and move the ball. That really puts a lot of pressure on your opponent.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Hornets trail by 11. Here's Freak. Campbell grabs the board.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
High quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him S-H-H-E, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Clark. Jennings kicks to Johnson. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Hairston, and the layup is good.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Detroit leading by 9. Here's Jennings. 14 points from him the last game against Dallas.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game.
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
Pistons have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
Yeah, they're up towards the bottom of the league there. Last season, they only shot about 70%.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
Morris a screen. Jennings passes to Campbell. Detroit, no good that time either. That'll do it for the first half. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. It's a different look here for Detroit. Johnson, he's checked in for Ilyasova. Reggie Jackson comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Jennings in for Campbell. Jennings runs the point with Jackson flanking him. Amir Johnson is out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Meeks in at the small forward. That's the group for Detroit right now.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
The Pistons have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Here's the 3. And it's Freak missing.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Jennings kicks to Johnson, and stolen by Zeller. Hornets trail by 12. Here's Freak. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. Here's Jennings, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Jennings has got his third basket of the night right there.
No hesitation at all right there, just right up against a much bigger defender.
Man, and I love that fearlessness, that aggressive attitude. Boy, I love watching guys play with that kind of abandon and freedom, Greg. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Wide open look, and he hits the jump shot. Meek's got 7 points here in this quarter. Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Looking to get it going. That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut back down to 14 on those points from Freak. Pistons have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Outside Jennings to the middle, and then Johnson with the dunk.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
50 seconds left to play in the third. And that one's good. Freak. Detroit leading by 14. Now here's Jennings. 6 points for him. And there's Drummond. That's good on the assist from Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got 5 assists tonight. Here's Freak. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
The three, no good.
Well, that's another good rebound for him. Hasn't mattered at all that he's given up some inches to a few of the other guys on the floor.
Here's Drummond. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. This is his second trip to the free throw line. And the first one drops. And Detroit has possession. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Setting the floor for the Hornets. Freak in at point guard. Spencer Hawes out there with Hairston. Then it's Elliott Williams. And it's Kaminsky in at the 5 down low. Here's Campbell. The shot misses. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Hawes. Outside Williams. The feed to Freak. Takes a 3. And the shot is good. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Jackson. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson again, folks, alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille. Shaq, what'd you like about his team?
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful